Welcome to Lace Kicks.
Welcome to Dr. Lace Kicks podcast. Enjoy the show and thank you for the support.
What's up, guys? Dr. Lace Kicks. Welcome to Lace Kicks podcast. And Jesse, you wanna introduce yourself?
Yeah, no problem, Anthony. How you doing, everybody? It's your boy Jeezy Christ, aka Thriller, Mr. Big Easy, Mr. 504. Appreciate you having me on the show today.
Yeah, you're part of this now.
Yeah.
No, we're all a team at the end of the day.
Yes. What you got going on today?
Well, there's a lot. I'm doing a model, a mock-up. I can't say what it is yet, but there's gonna be a surprise. Hopefully we get it. But again, we can only try. And as my brother said, just try your best. At the end of the day, we can only do our best. But
Right.
this opportunity is, open gates for the lot of us, not just me. Again, It's
Right.
for all
I
of
see.
us.
Yeah, we got our hands in a whole lot of pots right now.
Yes. And then we got that G Shock, I gotta say, man, I'm blessed, with Sam, with Black Sam, on my back. Man, like he was pushing me so hard with those two watches. Man, you don't
I'm excited
understand.
to see those. I'm excited to see how those come out.
Those projects that I had, like it put me to work where I've actually realized how hard it was to gain, like to do those kind of things, you know what I mean? And you can't rush things.
Right.
That's one thing I've learned, So there's for me, there's been people asking me when we're gonna put this show together, when we're gonna do this. I kind of think now, like, hang on, if I listen to them and trying to rush it, where is it gonna go?
Right.
You know what I mean? If I take patience and put something together by myself, I think, what you put on together, some people will actually eventually like that idea. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Correct. I mean, I think a lot of people forget the aspect of creativity. Like, you can't really rush a process on pretty much anything, whether it's paintings, clothing, art, like even tech to a certain degree. You can't rush the process on it.
that's true. That's true, because even like, but having these kind of friends that's actually built up in a bigger level,
right,
has gained, and like I've learned a lot. You know what I mean?
right,
I'm still learning but day by day, because I've actually made a mistake today, and they said to me, "No, you gotta do this certain points, because when you're modeling something, there's actually little things that you can't miss," and I've missed too.
That's why they say it's a step-by-step process.
Yeah, so I gotta read and slowly, properly. So even when it comes to the t-shirt and all that, like the t-shirt design and all that, I've learned now, because it just doesn't come with a mark. It's gotta go
Right.
with everything. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think people are so accustomed to the whole copy and paste thing and think that's
It's
the
an easy
end of the
way.
process. Yeah, it's that's as simple as a colorway. Like, it doesn't work like that. There's so many different details, even with car. Like, me being an automotive guy, that's a essential thing. Like, you can have so many different things, like especially with engines and transmissions. Like, there's so many different parts that go into that.
Yeah, and I think patient is key, actually. And I've learned that, actually, because when I had the experience of interviewing Derek, I fucking dropped my balls.
Damn.
I felt like I was the one that was getting interviewed. Now, no, I feel like this is like half of the reason I haven't released it yet, because you can fucking hear my voice. I don't have balls. it was
man,
gone.
Derek can flip the script on you like that, huh?
But like, this is why I want to give this opportunity. But the same time, the guy is so busy, you know what I mean? He's moving up places where I want to get you guys involved, but at the same time, he's like, yeah, I want to do it. At the same time, he's got to do his thing for business, you know? So
right, look, his slogan, always on tour. He's always on tour.
nah, he is. And he's told me we have him all this month. I was like, all this month, yeah, we can't really get him all this month because something always comes up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just like me today with the G-Shock and all that. And I had a conference call with Pepsi, and I had to sit down with them for 40 minutes. And then I was calling Yankee Kicks to see if we can get him on today. And it's like, no, call Johnny Kicks. And I was on Johnny Kicks. I was like, oh my god, it's too much,
Man.
you know.
Yeah, I understand, brother.
But I know you guys do, but some of these people outside, they wouldn't understand it. Nah.
Oh no, man. Look, look. If I could spare 30 minutes to myself in a day, that's more than enough time for me. It's just, you spread yourself so thin now. Your work, your career, kids, family. Like it's just an everlasting process, man.
Another thing, I think I was trying to get Fab. Trying to get Fab. I was on FaceTime with him last night, and my girl's like pulling me, making all these jokes. Man, he has to take a screenshot and took a screenshot and passed it to me. Guys, look. I was like, oh my god. I posted it up because I think we're gonna get him on next year, January. So
okay. Yeah, definitely make time for that.
Yes, there's a lot of project I'm working on. Like I've been talking to a lot of things going, and we gotta get it. We gotta get it one day.
Most definitely. Like I said, man, it takes time. We're gonna keep those wheels rolling with that.
Yeah, we just have fun, You have fun and roll with it,
That's all you can do.
Exactly. But the funny thing is, the more fun you're having, the more people will pursue it, and not pursue it, but look at it as a threat. Because
right.
This is why I've actually forgot to say sorry on Instagram, because there's a lot of inbox and I haven't replied on it because lately there's been dirty words on it and I was just like ignoring the shit out of it. You know what I mean? But
right.
What can you do? That's them. I just ignore it.
I'll never understand the negativity part of it. Like if you're not messing with somebody, why are you following them? Like that's always
exactly right. And why does it like? Why would it hurt them? You know what I mean?
Right.
No, it should motivate them to do better.
Right. And not only that, I mean, like I said, it's like this social media space has things like you can actually control what's on your screen. Like you don't necessarily have to keep engaging with things that you don't like. I don't engage with things I don't like. I mean, it's just a simple unfollow.
Exactly, right? It's crazy.
Right.
I tried to, but I mean, I've just had enough of like trying to block and trying to do. So I was like, I got better things to do. So it's just better ignore it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But for people out there that's listening, just ignore the negative things and be happy. You know what I mean?
Right. Protect your peace at all costs, people. Please.
And you gotta surround yourself with people that will get you up there, not the one who will step you down.
Oh, most definitely.
I think that's the most positive things that you can do in life is surround yourself with positive people.
That is true. That is to the God honest truth, brother.
You know what I have learned last night, and this sounds funny, but
what?
Ronnie Feg, right, and La Puma and Derek has got the same personality. No shit. I just realized. I've just realized
that go-getter attitude. Like
and that personality that they have, how they speak, and you know what I mean. They don't look down on other people.
Right.
That's what I realized. You know what I mean? And
right.
And for them doing the project, it's like they gotta keep trying. You gotta keep trying. You gotta keep trying. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I've learned too. It's like keep pushing. Because you will not get anywhere if you don't push. you know,
Right.
and being like being being idolizing each one of them, right? I kind of realized, yeah, they've made a mistake millions of times, you know. And
Right.
yeah, we all gotta make a mistake if we're trying
Right.
something. You know what I mean?
Yes. I think it all falls into the like meeting, at least Derek for the most part, they have this infectious personality. It's just like one of those things like, man, I want to have a beer with this guy. Like, you know,
Yeah.
one of those things, like everybody can relate to somebody that's just one of the guys. Like somebody that's,
And we
you
can
know,
learn from them, you know what I mean?
yeah. Like, you know, some people get to a level of success and they just, you know, go the other way with it. It's just like you're no longer a part of the
Apart.
crowd anymore. Yeah. But I think, like I said with them, I mean, they've engaged themselves to be like they're still one of the people. It doesn't matter. Like you still need people to help people. So it's like it's one of those situations where I don't think they're forgetting that aspect of it. And
Nah.
like a lot of people don't.
They haven't, and that's a good thing, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
a lot of people that actually, you're right, a lot of people that actually got onto that level, which is not onto that level yet, even got a bigger head. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, look, you're 100% right.
That is true.
I mean, look, I could tell you so many local artists that have gained a few thousand followers or whatever the case may be, not even on a monetary basis, but you know, they just feel like they're so much higher here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're still here. Like I still see you at the McDonald's parking lot.
That's the ego drive, right? That's one thing. That's one thing that people that's gotta learn is that to put that ego down, you know, because you ain't gonna get nowhere with it. Like you can have the biggest collection, you can have the hardest collecting. At the end of the day, like with all those flexing and all that, if you're gonna have a bad ego, you're not gonna be able to connect with a certain group of people, right?
Right. Exactly.
And flexing don't last much. They don't last much.
Well, I mean, yeah, that can only go so far. That can only go so far in itself, especially if people feel like you're accessible. Like if a person envy you, they're gonna find every little negative thing to take you down. So
yeah,
it's like
that is true. I've been on that part. I've been on that part, and I think
right. So I mean, I try to be as respectful as I can, especially to the people that have seen me in the streets. Like I've always had that engagement with them. But I mean, like if I'm with my kid or something like that, I do try to at least be like, could you kind of respect her time a little bit? But other than that, like, yeah, I mean, you still got to set boundaries, but there's a respect. There's a
line.
There's an elegant way to do that. Like I don't have to be malicious with a person to let them know. But I think a lot of people forget that. And like I said, especially in this public platform space, we need people to engage with us to get us to where we need to get.
Exactly right. And I think it's gonna be a good. It should be out there because like people, like the young generation, really needs that because they're not gonna be able to follow just people with a hot sneaker in that. You know what I mean? What the old eldest people are doing is gonna be passed on to the young one. You know what I mean? Correct. And it's just gonna be bad. You know what I mean? It's just gonna keep going.
And it's crazy.
It's just like the sneaker game. You know what I mean? It's just like the reselling game.
Well, I mean, we're probably a generation removed now because like a lot of them are coming into this space. But I mean, like, these kids now, like, at least back in my day, you was able to form relationships. A lot of them are not forming relationships. Yeah, now a lot of the relationships that are formed are monetary for the most part. Like is always a what can you do for me or what can I do for you? Like it's never a genuine sense of like, look, I'm helping you because I want like
I want you to get this.
Yes, I genuinely want you to win. I'm not looking for a gesture because I mean, if that was the case, then Hell, I could put 10 other people on if that was the case like that.
Yeah, exactly. Man, and these guys don't understand. Like, there's some people that can actually do that normal way. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right.
there is no friendship at the end of the day with that. There's no
Right.
loyalty. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah. Everybody's useful to their useless.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually use that like Fat Joe does.
Go ahead, man. Trademark, please.
on every single live, I'm gonna do. Guess he said it.
Oh man, look, trademark it. But yeah,
the other thing is, what do you think about that DJ Khaled shoe, man? I used to speak to him actually, but nah, I've lost touch.
man. I'm so conflicted on that on just the overall shoe in general. It's like I don't know. And look, this is no disrespect to Khaled. I'm just like, you ever seen a company and somebody else and they just look like they don't match? That's what that felt like. It just felt like we're just putting them on just because it's Khaled. And I love Khaled. But
and I think he got the idea from soft drinks. I swear, for some reason, because of those colorways. You know what I mean? They look like sodas.
and one of the shoes actually looked like a washed out Great 5. Just a washed out Great 5. I don't know, man. Like I said, I really would love to see the processes, like especially with these collabs, because I mean, you want somebody that fits, but I mean, how much of hype and gimmick can you put into your products?
Yes, and I think most people that would actually do those collabs would rather have someone outside, you know what I mean? Because the idea of that is it's the vision of other people, you know what I mean? And the way they see it, I think it's most important to have a community side of things, you know what I mean? To have the right vision.
Right. But I mean,
someone will come up with that.
Yeah. But I mean, look, but like we were talking earlier, the creative process is just like what was his creative process to even go into it? Because I mean, you know, it's not like Khaled is just, he's not like Fat Joe where he doesn't have.
But I was talking about this I think I was talking about this the last episode. I think I would rather see Fat Joe collab with Jordan. And he's actually lost that contract, you know what I mean? Because of that 50 cent thing, yeah. But if that would have happened, man, imagine a Jordan 1 and Fat Joe collab.
I mean, if you think about it back then, like Fat Joe I would have loved to see a Jordan collab with that. And even a Wale Nike collab with a Phone Positive, like that, all the things like that makes sense. It makes sense to a degree.
Because they've been collecting for years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A long time.
And they would have like the idea of it, you know what I mean?
Like even a Jadakiss Reebok. Like I would have loved to see these kind of things.
But I gotta tell you, I think, as I said this the other day too, but I think Don C should approach Jadakiss and do a collab on Jordan. Has that in the trio? That would be sick.
That would be.
What I mean?
That would be epic, bro. And like I said, I come from that's my era. I come from that. So I mean, to see that, I mean, look, we're probably the early 2000s. That was a hell of a time, though.
But again, that's something, that's something that people hasn't seen. You know what I mean? So
right. But I mean, we're in the influencer culture. It's basically who has the most follows, the most clicks, the most likes. And I mean, if you were you paying attention to the versus battles?
Not really, no.
Okay, I mean, it was specifically it was the Lokes and
the
Lokes and Dipset.
Yeah.
And I think everybody had Dipset just completely demolishing the Lokes, and I was like, me personally said, I don't think it's gonna go that way, but and that's exactly what happened. So it's like sometimes the talent beats the hype.
And I think Jadakiss, when he did that freestyle,
yeah,
that was
definitely.
that was the mark of it, you know what I mean? But I think if you're gonna put it as hip hop icon, or you know, if you've been a hip hop you know, idling them music, I think Diplomat's been having hits on radios, but truly the hip hop culture will have the Lox. You know what I mean? Because the Lox has been, man, they've been there. You know what I mean? They're on top.
Right.
You know.
Right. I just, like I said, it's errors, but I mean, everybody associates anything Pink, they attribute it to Cameron, or the hell, like I said, back to Flat Joe again. The sand color Air Force One, that pink one he had in the lean back video, they associate that with him. It's just, you know, you have certain things that associate with certain people.
You're right.
Even 50 Cent. 50 Cent to a degree.
I think he was actually on Jay-Z's Reebok with that G Unit, right? And then he was that. That's why they had beef.
I think I don't think it was because of him. I think it was because of
the other partnership.
Yeah. I think it was some other things, but he did an interview recently where he was talking about he snatched contracts away from his artists because they weren't wearing the Reebok.
Oh no, he did. I did see that interview, and I think it was Cassius, I think. Oh no,
yeah.
no, there's a new one. It wasn't Cassius because Cassius is under Eminem, but they let him go. I think I forgot the rapper's name, but he's young. I think he was young. He has to snatch him. But talking about music and 50 Cent, I would love to see The Game and 50 Cent come back together.
I think that bridge is burned.
It will never happen, right?
Oh man, I think that bridge is that ship has long sailed.
That's why, so, it's been gone like sink.
Yeah, especially after The Game said the comments about Eminem. There's no coming back from that.
I think
Eminem is 50's guy.
I think that's why they didn't reply, because you know what I mean. If they would have replied, any of them would have replied. He's gonna do another thing, and it's gonna come ongoing. You know what I mean? Which is what he's trying to do, is get them to reply, to make it work together.
Relevant.
Even though they're not, because they're not singing together. The way to do it is marketing, right? So they didn't reply, so he didn't get a response of them, and it's dead. You know what I mean? But I mean, which is a good thing.
he talked about him.
But he's a big fan.
Drake. He said Drake didn't help him.
Nah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he done that just for publicity. You know what I mean? Because he was.
Yeah, but I mean,
he was with Dre before he got into G Unit with Busta Rhymes and Eve, right? With the Aftermath.
Yeah, he was.
And they never released an album.
He was on some. No. They didn't. I think as soon as they signed him, they immediately put him on G Unit. I
think Dre just slept with Eve.
Look, could have been, man.
That's the rumor. I heard.
I mean, look, the game. Growing up, he was one of my favorite artists. He still has a lot of good bangers that still coming out.
He's got a different what do you call it, style. You know what I mean? It kind of brings that 90s hip hop style. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean that.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that if you look at the rappers now that you listen to, man, you don't even know if you want to listen to it. Like, you know what I mean? There's no feelings to it anymore.
Right.
Like,
I mean, that's why I'm very selective in what I'm listening to now. It's just it sounds repetitive to a degree because
and
it's
it
like,
sounds the same.
yeah, I can't differentiate them. I can't differentiate them all the time. It's like this is like this rapper sounds like this rapper, or this artist. Even R&B now sound like all of them sound blended. And I'm an R&B fan as well, so it's like everybody's following the same tone. I don't even know if it's really art anymore.
And most of them are X-rated. I swear the words that they say.
Right.
It just got bad, right? Like it went.
And look, I listen to a lot of 70s R&B and soul. It's like we've really. I said this is what the transition is now. Like we really come this far.
It's gone bad, but I think the latest album that I like lately from the oldest rapper would be Nas.
Nas.
The KD3. Oh my god, he bought it back. You know what I mean? He bought the wave back from the.
And see, Nas is one like I believe 21 Savage said something about it.
He's not relevant.
Yeah, he said he's not relevant. I understood it, but I mean, there's a better way to say it. Like if you didn't put an album out with nobody
no future
doing any promotion or anything, and you still able to garner that amount of attention just from dropping it, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what a fan base is.
Exactly.
Like,
and he did it. He did it the right way.
He did it, yes. I mean, look, not knocking anything of him. I mean, NBA Youngboy, he just puts it out. And he's at 1 million streams before midnight.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, they understand how to utilize it.
Yeah, how to use it. How to use that. Yeah. But I think with NBA Youngboy, I think isn't he in jail at the moment?
No, he's I believe he's still on house arrest. House arrest right now.
I can't straight up. I can't listen to his music.
Yeah, but I mean, I can listen to some, but not all of it. But I mean, to a degree, it's like Nas to me is a substance rapper. He raps of substance, something I can take use and apply later. It's like, but the stuff now, it's like it's just regurgitated nonsense. Like, so it's like I can't relate to it anymore, and that's why I think the disconnect is coming from.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that we didn't have, and I'm not saying we didn't have our artists back in the day. We had our Jeezys, we had our T.I.s, we had our Bone Thug and Harmony, we had our 3 6 Mafias. We've had our artists that was about that. It was like, but you know, you could hear the level of transition as from album to album.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, like Thug Motivation 1 didn't sound like Thug Motivation 2 or 3 or even to the Recession.
But Jeezy's first album and the first mixtape, whoa. I got it. Snowman. Oh my god.
Yeah, that and look, that got me out of a hard time.
Man, I swear, Snowman. I can still listen to that first album and that first mixtape. I can listen to it, repeatedly.
Yeah. And that's how. Then, like I said, a lot of times I can't do that now. I find myself skipping albums, skipping tracks now.
But look, we've only got short of time, but we're gonna do a second episode with the other guys. But thank you for hopping on and joining me in. Again, you're part of this team now. We're all in this.
Oh, no problem, brother. Appreciate you, Hatton.
I appreciate you too. You know what I mean? Send my love to the family, yeah.
Oh, same to you, bro. Same to you.
For the people
that was them in the background.
And you gotta what do you gotta say a message for the people that's listening out there?
Oh yeah, as always. Like I said, I'm Jeezy Christ, aka Thriller, and I deeply appreciate each and every last one of y'all tuning in, listening to us. And as always, stay true, stay fly, stay blessed. Don't never let nobody set limitations. Limitations are for the rules. So
that's it. You gotta check our brother on YouTube, guys, and on Instagram. You know what I mean? He's got his channel on YouTube. So maybe we can do live there one day, you know what I mean? On your channel.
Oh yeah. Most
You know
definitely.
what I
You try
mean?
that out, man. That ain't no
Yeah,
problem at
because
all.
I've never actually I've tried it live on YouTube, but you know, let's do it. You know what I mean? Let's do it on your channel.
Set it up. We'll get it
Yes.
together.
Yeah, I'll hit you up and we'll talk about it. Yeah.
Most def.
All right, for the guys that's listening out there, thank you for tuning in and see you all in the next episode, guys. Stay safe.
Appreciate
Appreciate you.
you. Later.
Thank you all for listening and stay tuned for the next episode.